What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Montana 16 commentary. Do me a favor, take a moment, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter, Shutdown Safety is my username. Want to share a very cool article with you guys. I'm always intrigued when I see articles from outside the gaming industry talking about the video game community, because these people, they don't know anything about our community. They're just kind of an outside perspective that we really can't have anymore. But before I do that, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I've been sparring with community members the past couple days. I just wanted to share some things with you guys. You know, you, the viewer, you define who the leaders in this community are, and you give people credibility with gaming companies. And that leads right down to designers and developers, and we get to speak with them openly and more frequently, probably, than the average consumer does. So, you know, I do get frustrated when I see these people, who I know have access and the ability to obtain facts about a game, continue to create videos that essentially harbor nothing but fiction. You would think that the Operation Sports Post would have taught some people a lesson about the responsibility they have when speaking to the community that supports them. Because the damage to a game is just not measurable right now. You know, if you take my word in high regard and you come to my channel and you trust me, and I tell you that this game is only going to be for console X or console Y, but not console Z, or it may or may not have this likeness or this imagery, it's not going to have this, you know, that turns people off from a purchase. That breeds negativity in the absolute most careless way. So even though the community has supported these people to have access to developers and get real answers they may not be able to share right now because of agreements they've made with these companies, they still choose to go out and fabricate information and create speculation. For what purpose? To create views for themselves? To make a new video today? To have something to talk about? You know, I have a problem with that. The community should have a problem with that. You know, if you're supporting someone to that level, you deserve to have them provide you honest facts and information. You gave them that ability, and that's them not respecting it. You need to let them know that. The gaming companies need to let them know that. So anyway, with that said, John Devine, Investor Place Assistant Editor. I'll put a link down in the description. I recommend you read it. If you're not going to read it, I'll give you some cliff notes. Electronics Arts Incorporated and its long-standing monopoly on NFL-based video games is on its last leg. A new title called Joe Montana Football 16 is in the works, and EA's iconic Madden franchise will be put to the test next football season. EA stock responded swiftly to the news, falling nearly 3% on Tuesday. And again, these are quotes from an investing magazine. The NFL is separate from the NFL Players Association, which means former players don't operate under the same license agreement. The exact wording of the EA-NFL pact is unknown, but questions have swirled about the extent of its exclusivity for years. A pro football game with retired players and knockoff jerseys may not sound like a big draw, but if the gameplay is smooth enough, EA could be in trouble. For the last decade, gamers have complained about the lack of competition caused Madden to lose its innovative edge. New releases are sometimes deservingly called roster updates. This is what a person who doesn't watch my channel, who doesn't know about the last 5 years of creating videos 4 or 5 times a week about this game says. That is powerful to me. For him to insinuate that EA's stock fell because of the news of this game being released. He goes on to say, Joe Montana Football 16 won't be a game changer, but I expect it to force EA to try a little harder and innovate, and that will mean throwing more money into game development. What did we say? Competition creates better products. Here it is out of an investor magazine. This isn't Game Informer. This isn't any gaming magazine. This is a magazine slated to tell people where to invest their money. And this is what they're saying about Electronic Arts because of a new football game that's coming into the marketplace that we're going to support and embrace. It's a pretty cool thing. I'd love to know your opinion on it. I appreciate you checking out the video. I'll be back in the week with more content.